What's up everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I'm watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 37. Okay, so I'm going on my fourth episode in a row in this session and I'm just really enjoying everything that's going on right now. So where we find ourselves right now is we have a completely different perspective on Hohenheim and even his relationship with Trisha, Edenau's mother. He's got some situation. He accepted this body, I believe, for immortality. He's got some sort of situation inside him that he's just sent out to go and do something for him. Referred to himself as a monster. He truly loved his family. He no longer wanted to be immortal. He wanted to grow old and die with them. And it seems like he figured out something to do with what father was doing, and that's why he had to leave his family. To perhaps go and do what he can to stop it or something like that. We'll find out. So Olivier has gotten all the information she needs from Raven. Everything they thought about in the tunnel, he confirmed for them. And she said, I got no more use for you. I'm gonna cut you down and you're going into that cement. Crazy exit for Raven. They've put Sloth back in the hole to kind of just keep things going. And perhaps maybe to father or whatnot, it will seem like nothing was ever wrong unless Sloth decides to tell them. I don't know if Sloth's like that, but we'll find out. But Sloth is back in there continuing to dig the tunnel. Some crazy situation is going on inside the tunnel. Killed off all the soldiers that were down there looking. Something to do with the truth or the portal or homunculi, I don't know. I really hope we find out. And Kimberly has just shown up with Winry in front of Ed and Al, kind of reminding them of the constant threat of Bradley. Now Kimberly seems like he can do whatever he wants up there, which I'm really stressed about, I can't lie, as well as Olivier and whatnot are about to go back down into the tunnel as well to see what happened. We got a little scene of Roy kind of getting some information from Olivier being sent down to him from the north about what's going on. So I wonder how much Roy's going to get involved with this or if they're simply just exchanging information, keeping each other in the know. But that's it. I'm going straight into this one now. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 37. The first homunculus. Okay, talk to me then.
It's only a misunderstanding. Just a lack of communication.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Kimberly. These
Oh, Winry doesn't know. Oh my god. Hello.
I wouldn't trust Kimberly if I were you.
Yeah, good. Let her know.
He seems nice.
Is it true that your parents lost their lives while giving medical attention during the war?
That's right.
I was part of the squadron that recovered their bodies.
What?
We had been dispatched to help them, but it was too late by the time we got there.
Kimberly, yeah, he's playing his cards right here. Making Winry think a certain way of him.
They helped the needy right up to the end. I respect their bravery.
But what he's saying about her parents
The chance to meet them.
is very nice. I don't know how much of that he means though.
They were holding a photo of a precious little girl when we found them, and I knew right away that it was their daughter. The thought of you kept them strong during the worst.
Nah, he's talking mad shit now. Nah, now I'm pissed off.
Your parents were true heroes, and it's an honor to meet you.
I love the detail of Winry's reflection in the window there, but
Any idea what that psychopath did in Ishvar?
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. He's not the only one.
And she thinks I...
Speaking of Winry.
I was thinking they're getting awfully close right here. Look at him.
Don't freak out. Just think about
Don't freak out, bro.
about something else. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, carbon,
The man's saying the periodic table.
silicon, phosphorus, chromium.
What the fuck, man?
Why did I have to fall in love with such a weird
Yo! She said that out loud.
didn't say anything.
Oh!
Winry, I told you to warn me before you connect the nerves, alright?
Yeah. Now let's do your leg.
Oh my god, I'm exhausted. These two.
It's pretty heavily reinforced.
Hell yeah. Let's Big Buccaneer. Let's talk. Come on.
What are you doing out of your cell?
I don't know. Maybe some people respect the fact that I'm a state out.
There's nothing left for me to upgrade to.
That's not the crocodile anymore. Oh, she's so keen about it. Oh, she knows about it.
Whoa, what kind of reinforcement is that on the claws? They're not diamond tipped, are they?
Yeah.
Look at him.
He's fully modified.
Edward, do you want me to upgrade you to one of these?
Hell yeah. Oh, come on, that'd be sick.
Too cute to be hanging around.
Hey, yo, chill. She only likes you for your arm, bro. Buccaneer is a demon.
Life isn't fair.
True.
Real life North
Look at her.
That's the first time.
Yeah, she's only looking at the automail. She's not looking at Buccaneer.
Come check out my workshop.
Yes, this is what I wanted for Winry.
So why don't we find a place to sit down?
Hmm.
To discuss our business.
And orders to only release the Fullmetal Alchemist.
What was that?
And by dragging Winry up here,
Yeah, yeah.
just wants to remind us they've got some collateral.
That's what I'm saying.
Never realized just
It's been an entire week since we last heard from them.
That's
Wow.
getting close.
An entire week in total darkness.
They're gone,
Don't
man.
get scared of the dark.
We're not back within 24 hours. Seal up this hole with concrete.
Dang.
Very well then. I am the only one responsible for the incident involving General Raven. You weren't there. You didn't see anything. You didn't hear anything. I order you to solely place the blame on me.
Nice.
Yes,
She said none of the other soldiers are suspected and they still have all the information. Alright, we're down here again. What's up?
Let's go.
Bro, I'm nervous. Central? Here we go. My man Roy.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Use an offensive lead about now.
Okay.
More than defense if you plan
Is
on
Roy going
on
north?
strike. With the offensive expertise of your eastern forces, Madame Olivier believes they have a chance.
Yes, yes.
I'm honored that she would choose me as her partner in arms.
Oh no, the strength of your army, not you. She said you might as well just get lost.
This goes back to what she said 2 episodes ago.
Ask. It's kind of risky telling me this.
She assured me you weren't that kind of man.
Yeah, she knows stuff now, Roy.
That'll be 35,000 cents, please.
35,000!
I appreciate it.
I respect the hustle.
Hey, wait. Who are you?
Oh, just someone who has served the Armstrong family for generations.
She got the hair. She must have been in the portrait. Actually, I think I remember seeing her face that Olivier had.
Well, Hughes, it's safe to say that our closest allies, they invariably turn out to be the same people that we fought side by side with out on the battlefield.
Yes, sir.
What
What a
These
freak.
flowers.
Oh, no, he's looking at us.
Oh, we're back. Oh my god.
It's a massacre. Keep on the lookout. It might be close.
Survivors?
Still alive.
Damn, they've just been down here? She said it's been a week.
Look here.
Dude, they are shook.
Is there anyone else? What
They're
happened?
the only two?
They were all ripped apart.
They're still here, man.
We have to get out of here. It's coming back. What is?
What is it?
You gotta
The
get
first homunculus?
the shadow. Hey, you're all right now. It's coming. Come on.
Dude, look at it. It's the arms, man. It's the truth. Situation thing.
You walk. Let's go. Try
Why
not
did it
to
go
walk
back?
as much as you can.
Don't you dare not give me any more information about that. Oh.
But I have some urgent documents the Fuhrer needs to read right away. But don't you worry, I'll make sure that he does. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I said it. I said it. I said it, man. I said this. Only a little bit. You cannot tell me.
I'll make sure that he does. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I said this. I said it. I'm gonna let it play out. But clearly, those arms. Oh, I'm thinking. Okay, I'm not gonna super jump the gun, but those arms were clearly the ones that are like pulling. Oh, maybe I'm crazy. Those arms are the same things that were like pulling, you know, Ed through the door, right? At the very least, back into reality. And it was the same thing that was down inside the tunnel. You know, we saw the arms just then. The title is called The First Homunculus. Is that what the first homunculus does? And the only one we haven't seen is Pride. Is Pride perhaps the first homunculus, and this is part of what it does? I might be really jumping the gun here. And is it frickin' Salim? Let's see how this plays out, shall we?
Shouldn't you be in bed?
I was, but then I heard the door. It's very nice to meet you, Lieutenant Hawkeye.
It's nice to meet you.
You must be working hard to be up so late.
Not really. I just had to bring your father some documents. Good night, Salim. He seems like a really sharp kid. He certainly is. He's the pride of my life.
This is not an accident this time, I'm sure of it. When Bradley said he was proud, I am sick right now.
He's the pride of my life. I know it's impolite to brag about my son, but that shouldn't apply since he's adopted.
But he's not adopted, he's Pride.
He is related to my husband, so he must have some of his genes.
Oh, why would you say that?
Oh no.
But she knows that Bradley's a homunculus. Bro, I'm so glad I watched another episode in this session. Oh.
This just doesn't add up. The Colonel told me the king...
Why would she say that?
I got that strange feeling from Salim.
Oh.
Put it all together. All thanks to my stepmother. She just doesn't know how to shut up.
Yeah, she didn't have to say that, but he's Pride. He's Pride.
Presence also gave you away. It's the
You're a
same
homunculus.
lust I felt when Gluttony tried to attack me from behind. So, Salim Bradley, what exactly is your true identity?
You've got some nerve to ask me a question like that.
Oh my god.
Such bravery.
Dude, the arms, man.
Judgment.
I'm guessing you're a homunculus, like Gluttony. No.
He's the first one.
Pressure coming from you that he didn't have.
Yep.
I'm offended that you would even put Gluttony and me in the same league. You ask my name, it's Pride. And I was the first homunculus.
Oh my god. Oh! This show is so freaking good, man. I was onto this a little bit, just a little bit. He was the first homunculus, so he's the oldest and clearly the strongest. But he's got the same... There's a portal situation going on here. I want to know more. Oh, look at this dude, Pride.
You said you were the first homunculus, correct? What do you mean by that?
Just what I told you. Are you actually trying to get information out of me? You're a courageous one, aren't you? Have you considered switching sides and joining us?
Oh my god, it's so creepy.
I'd just be a pawn to you.
So that's a no? That's too bad.
Are you trying
What
to
that
humor
mean?
me with your empty threats? It's just wasteful to kill your hostage.
She's trying to stay alive.
Just remember, Lieutenant, no matter where you are, I will be watching you.
Oh, what a shot. Dude. From the shadows. Oh my god.
First off, he wants you to hunt down Scar. You just find him, I'll take care of the rest. Secondly, he wants you to locate Dr. Marco, who is very likely fled with Scar. The only thing you need to worry about is finding them. And last but not least...
That's the theme. The only thing you need to worry about is this and that.
A crest of blood. Just like what I did in Ishval. It's very
Yep.
simple. We kill everyone and soak the land with their blood.
So that's what they're doing. Oh my god. It's all happening right now, man.
Did you really join the military without being prepared to kill someone? I was determined not to kill. I suppose you could take just as much from that decision. Listen, Kimberly, do you have any idea what they're doing? What you're helping them to achieve?
Dude, Kimberly is that guy, Ed.
The world will change.
Yeah, Kimberly's a demon.
Both sides clashing. humans or the homunculi? Which side does the world prefer?
Kimberly just wants to see the chaos.
Themselves as the next step in the evolution of humanity, but that's for history to decide. I just plan on helping it make up its
He just wants to see what happens, man.
because they've given me complete freedom to use my alchemy however I want.
You're insane, Kimberly.
My standards
Facts.
tend to differ from society's. However, if I survive this battle, then the world will have chosen my sanity over yours. I stake my being, the very core of my own existence. This is what I'm willing to bet on the outcome of this battle.
Kimberly, you don't make any sense.
Well then, let's see if I can find something that you do selfishly crave.
Oh,
Your brother want more than anything. Do what we ask. I'll give it to you.
it's the Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone.
Come on, Ed. What are we saying?
Consult with Al and Winry.
Why tell Winry?
She has no idea she's involved. Despite what you're asking of me, I refuse to hide the truth from
Good. I wanted this to happen as well. I wanted Winry to know.
Then.
Dude.
Winry, you were only brought to Briggs as a hostage.
Oh, what?
Yep. Like I said,
Are you joking?
I'm happy
Listen,
the transparency is happening here.
by the Fuhrer to fulfill my duties as a human weapon. They're ordering me to help them commit mass murder.
Why don't you just refuse?
Because they'll kill you, Winry.
I see. That's why.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, the situation.
I'm just upset at myself for being so naive.
Nah, it's not your fault, Winry.
Sorry.
They actually offered me a Philosopher's Stone as payment.
A stone? But
That's
But
right,
yeah.
Kimberly has one.
we can't, brother. The ingredients for a
I
stone.
know, Al.
Is he really thinking about it?
Go ahead
Maybe
and
something
do what you
else.
want.
I will. It's settled. I'm in, alright? But finding
There's a lot to
Scar
talk
is
about
the
here.
first thing I want to do.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Scar is the one who murdered Winry's parents. They deserve vengeance. Also, I need Al with me. He doesn't have a body, so he's immune to Scar's bodily destruction.
You're okay with this, Al?
The Philosopher's Stone? They can only be made by sacrificing human lives.
I'm not here right now. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff, but I'm paying attention.
Brother would never actually use one. And
This is
we
what I'm
don't
saying.
need it.
Yep.
I think we
Yep.
might be able to use
Alchemistry.
shaman
Yes.
alchemy
Good.
to get our bodies
This is what I was going to talk about.
There's a girl that's been working with Scar. We think that she can teach it to us.
Yep. Yep.
So then, is he going after
Alphonse is doing the discussion for me.
I think
Yep.
so.
I see. Then I guess I had better hurry up and come up with a believable excuse.
Huh?
Hey! Make room for one more!
She got to come along as the mechanic.
What are you doing, Winry?
Oh my god.
Winry, but you need to wait here at the fort. We're not going for a picnic.
And
Talk to
neither
him.
am I. I just performed a complicated upgrade on his automail that I've never done before.
You're a workaholic.
And proud of it, too. This has been my family's business
Very
for
well
4
then.
generations.
You can
Good.
I guess I can allow you to.
The squad is together. Look at him.
This could turn out really badly for us.
Yeah. But still.
But at least y'all are together and on the same page.
Anymore.
That's it. Get involved, Winry. Love this show. Well. If it isn't me kind of getting something right for a change. Salim is pride, man. It was just a little thing, and when I look back on it, there wasn't really a whole lot of reason. At the time there was, but once we saw that Raven mentioned to Sloth, oh, pride told you everything, right? Okay, so maybe this is just a pride thing. But it was only because the only instance of interaction we'd had with pride was him talking to Bradley. A few episodes ago, Bradley referred to Salim where he said, "I'm very proud of my son." Now, I could have very well have been reading too much into that. Clearly I wasn't, but I would not have blamed anyone who said I was. Salim is pride. Holy shit, in the shadows. Anywhere there's shadows, perhaps there is pride. So Selim, pride was the thing down there in the tunnel. It killed the soldiers. And I wonder if pride can literally go anywhere that there is shadows, right? It's really interesting. Because it looked like, you know, that the shadows were about to go after the soldiers like Buccaneer and that had gone down there to find the 2 remaining survivors. And then it looked back and retreated. And I'm assuming it retreated back to Bradley's house where Hawkeye was just turning up, right? Oh, what an incredible episode. So we start off with Winry fixing up Ed's new arm with a special automail to be up north with. Not too much to talk about based on what happened in the rest of the episode with that, just aside from the little callback to the 2 of them being in love with each other, which is very, very sweet. Winry being quite open about it as well, and Ed still kind of in denial about it. But there is a lot going on, so I don't know how much time they have to think about that. Kimberly being an absolute demon to Winry, pretty much playing on, you know, her feelings towards her parents and whatnot, and just trying to paint himself in a certain light towards Winry, which the boys have already pretty much turned around, which I'm really happy about. And like I mentioned a few episodes ago, I think I'm really happy that Winry is here and being integrated with all of this new automail stuff that's really on character for Winry. Really happy about that. I talked a bit about what happened down in the tunnel already, and then we moved into a scene with Roy. And this woman who is revealed to be a member of the Armstrong family is saying, look, they need some offense up there. Briggs is all about defense. They need some offense. I was thinking about, you know, do they want Roy? Is Flame Alchemy going to be of any use up there? But Olivia was pretty much saying, no, we want your Eastern forces. We don't want you. We don't need you at all. And it goes back to what Olivia was saying a few episodes ago. She just doesn't care for Roy for whatever reason. She sees him as competition or whatnot. But it seems like Olivia has a good enough read on Roy, given all the information they have right now, to know that he's not going to tell Bradley. Obviously, we know he's not going to do that. But Roy's pretty much saying, how come y'all are trusting me so much? And it's because of everything they figured out up north and the information they got from Ed and Al. I've just had a big thought. So if my theory about, I'm pretty sure this is what Pride was saying, and if it is the case that Pride can be wherever there is shadows, creating this massive tunnel as the transmutation circle might mean that Pride can spread out through the entire thing. And Pride has the arms. Like, I can talk about this. I'm going to talk about it now. Actually, I'll quickly talk about, you know, so Hawkeye's turned up and we kind of get that transition from, you know, the shadows and the arms down underneath in the tunnel, transition to Selim turning up with a little arm there as well, and that was it, the penny dropped. And then Bradley's wife, Selim's mother, pretty much gives it away. Like, he's adopted, but he's related to Bradley. We know Bradley is a homunculus, so does Hawkeye. So Hawkeye's like, damn, okay, Selim might be that guy. But it's so, the arms are so interesting, like, because it's the same arms, man, that are in the portal, like moving Ed and Al through the portal and everything. Like, what does that mean? Like, if Pride could spread out through this entire transmutation circle in the shadows, is that creating a massive portal? And can it bring something through the portal? Like the truth or something? I don't know. There's still so much mystery, but it's just slowly adding more pieces to this puzzle. Or perhaps there is some sort of connection with the portal here. There has to be. Maybe those bodies that Pride kills down in the tunnel or something, maybe you can put them through the portal, I don't know. The eyes, it's the same, like we've seen all that before. But I believe an implication here as well is that Bradley's wife, as well as, you know, all the people working there, are completely understanding of the situation. Like, Bradley is Wrath, Selim is Pride. It's so funny how Bradley is Wrath. I believe he's the youngest homunculus, right? Aside from, I guess, Greed right now, Ling. And I don't know if you could say if Gluttony is younger now that he's been reborn and whatnot, but... And like, Bradley is Selim's father, but Selim is Pride, the very first homunculus. Who knows how old he is? And he's inferring that he is just so much stronger than the others. But that scene with Hawkeye, like, where Selim's just in the shadows and his eyes are red and it's like he's a demon. Oh my god. And their interaction was nuts. Like, Selim is just, he's never the same. Now he's just Pride. You know, the shadows and the arms and those eyes and the mouth situation is just crazy. Like, does he just control the shadows? Can he be wherever shadows are? And they have a conversation. They're pretty much like, I will be watching you wherever you are. You can't really go and tell anyone about me because I will know. And Hawkeye knows that Pride can't get rid of her because Bradley is using her as a hostage to keep Roy accountable, right? But Pride is pretty much like, okay, you've caught on to me. I'm letting you know that if you tell anyone about me, you're in trouble. It's crazy shake-up. Like, I'm just so shook that Selim is actually Pride. And just like that, in a matter of like 3 or 4 episodes, we have all the homunculi. We've seen all of them now. And when it said the first homunculus, obviously my first thought was Pride, because it's the only one we haven't seen. And then I was also thinking, okay, maybe this goes back hundreds of years to the first homunculus, and it's one of the ones we already know and it's been reincarnated. But no, it was Pride. And then I'm also thinking it might be something to do, I might be getting a little bit dizzy here, but if Pride was the first homunculus created, so something to do with maybe the first time Father opened the portal or something? I don't know. I can't really connect a lot of the dots there. I get very dizzy, but it's so interesting. There's clearly a connection with the portal. I'm going to keep saying it, like in the truth and all that. It's just, I can't wait to know. So Kimberly talking to Ed, giving a lot of vibes that there were in the room when Ed, Al, and Roy were in the room with Bradley, and he was saying, y'all can go about your business, just don't get involved. So Kimberly's saying, here's what we're asking you to do. You don't need to know anything else about it. This is just what you need to do. You need to find Scar. Now we know they want to kill Scar, but Kimberly, for his own reasons, wants to be the one to do it. So Kimberly says, you find Scar, you bring him to me, that's all you got to do. Second of all, you find Marco, that's all you got to do, because they still need Marco. They can't kill him. And 3, carve a crest of blood in the land. Just like Kimberly said, just like what I did in Ishval, right? Soak the land in blood. Now that is clearly what they need to do for this to become a point in that transmutation circle, yeah? And obviously Ed is just completely against that. We all know he's not going to do that. He doesn't want to kill at all. And we get a really interesting insight to Kimberly's character. He's like, he just gives me like the Joker from like The Dark Knight. Like he just wants to watch the world burn. He just wants to see what happens. Like he wants this battle to happen, not for any particular reason other than just to see who wins. Like the humans or the homunculi, like who comes out on top. Like he's like, the homunculi see them as the next stage of human evolution, you know, or will the humans win? Like he's just so, he's like, I'm not on anyone's side. I'm just doing what I can so this war actually happens. Like he's crazy. Such an interesting character. I'm really glad he's in the show because he's adding such an interesting dynamic to this. And he's pretty much saying that he's like, yes, I look at the world very differently and I have different views based on like normal society. But he's saying if he survives this war and this whole ordeal, then that is kind of justifying his way of thinking, right? Which is really interesting. It's such an interesting concept to think about when you think about like philosophy and like what life means to certain people. Like he's like saying that this is what like gives my life meaning. Like if I can make all this happen, live through it, it's going to justify the way that I see the world and the way that I feel about things. And he's pretty much gone, right, okay, you're not going to do it. How about I give you this Philosopher's Stone that I know you and your brother want so badly, which we know at this point Ed and Al are opposed to using because it's made up of human sacrifices. They're not about that anymore. They're not looking at the Philosopher's Stone anymore. But good old Alphonse at the end of all this pretty much summed up this whole situation perfectly, which I'm very grateful for. But Ed said, I need to talk to Alan Winry, which Kimberly allows him to happen as long as he's present. And I'm so glad Ed was able to tell Winry that she is being used as a hostage, that she's been used to like threaten Ed and Al. And the reason they can't just say no to what Kimberly's asking them to do, what Bradley's asking them to do, is because they'll kill Winry. And obviously she feels pretty bad about that. But she said she wouldn't cry. She was just upset that she was so naive. And I don't think she can blame herself in this situation at all. She had no idea up until now what was going on. But I'm so glad that they could be transparent with each other. Let's get everyone on the same page. It's been a big theme of this show. But Ed and Al kind of having a little understanding in that jail cell when Ed mentions the Philosopher's Stone. We know we don't need this anymore, but Kimberly doesn't know that. So Kimberly like believes that this is a really good bargaining tool for him, offering them a Philosopher's Stone. Whereas Ed and Al's thing now is looking for May to learn about alchemy. Ed's gone, right, he wants me looking for Scar. Scar is probably with May. May's who we're looking for. I could use this situation to find May and we can figure out alchemy. We don't need this Philosopher's Stone to do what we want to do. And Al knows that Ed won't use the Philosopher's Stone, right? So the 3 of them are all on the same page. They're all off together to go and look for Scar. The only issue is Kimberly is still with them. So at some point they're really going to need to get information from at least May and Marco. We know all 4 of them, Scar and Yoki, are there as well. So we'll see how that whole situation unfolds. Maybe they all will team up against Kimberly. We'll have to see. I just hope Ed, like Alan May, can get on the same page about wanting to learn about alchemy and like immortality, how all that's going to work. But we'll have to see. Kimberly being there is the big shakeup as well. But it's all worked out really well. So Ed's managed to get Al to come along by saying, look, Scar's destructive alchemy doesn't work on Al. And Winry has managed to come along as well by kind of playing a little bit on what Kimberly was saying about her parents, as well as saying, look, I need to be here to, as Ed's automail mechanic in case something crazy happens. And that's it. Ed, Al, and Winry off looking for Scar and Marco and May and all that. With Kimberly, everyone kind of thinks everyone's doing it for X and Y reason, but it's all just up in the air. It's just so interesting, like how they're going to get around all of this. Like Ed's going to have to find a way to get around Kimberly. It's going to be really interesting. And it seems like Roy is not going to go north. It's going to be some of his forces in the Eastern Command, but his crew is all scattered about, so it's not going to be the guys we know. Scar, May, Yoki, and Marco are relocating somewhere else. So it seems like Kimberly is going to check out that shack that they were in, but they've moved on from there. And Hawkeye's being threatened by Pride. Just crazy. Just the whole Pride thing is just nuts to me. Like, there's so much to think about there, and I'm just going to keep all of that in my mind. I think I've talked about as much as I can to do with that, but just incredible. I love what this show is doing. I think I'm going to call this session here after that 4th episode. I feel really happy leaving it there as well. I'm so glad I watched the 4th episode. That was bonkers. But that's going to do it. I hope you all have enjoyed these 4 episodes together. I'm really looking forward to reading all the comments on all 4 of these episodes that I've watched together and kind of see what the vibe is, see if there's anything I need to talk about and anything that I've missed, but I feel really good about where we're at right now. If you made it to the end of this discussion, please feel free to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And as always, please continue to leave your comments and feedback down below. I always appreciate it. I love all the interaction, all the conversations that go on down there. But that's it for this one. We'll see you in the next episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.